Oh yeah. Alright, I think we're in. Congratulations. Welcome to episode, whichever episode this is. Today we're going to have a look at just changing between our chords. Alright. So we're going to have a go at our new chord we learned in the last lesson, E7, A7 and D7. So we're going to go over how to change those chords and how to integrate them once again to the blues form, and how to change from a regular chord to a seventh chord, and finally we'll be dipping into string names once again and strumming patterns. Alright, so you haven't seen this lesson before, don't worry, I'll keep covering the same things and explain it in different ways because repetition helps when learning sometimes. Coffee. Okay. So let's go through these chord changes. Alright. I remember no matter how many times my teacher told me this, I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't get it right. So I'm gonna keep going over this. And if you guys are comfortable with your chord changes, great. Go over your string names or go over your strumming pattern or fast forward wherever you want to get up to. Alright, here we go. So we're having to go at our E7 chord, everyone. Alright, E7. So for E7 we need to put our middle finger on that second fret and our index finger on the first fret G string. Alright, so we got two fingers on the guitar. We got our index finger on the G string, first fret, and we got our middle finger on that second fret. Alright. Next, we're going to have a go changing to our A7 chord. Alright. It's a lovely chord just for sliding into and sliding out of. Alright, A7. So for A7, once again, we only have two fingers on the guitar for this one. Middle finger and ring finger. Alright, now I hope you guys are getting on alright. You've been doing this for a good few hours and it's just something. Set little goals for yourself, you know, the Christmas is coming up. Have a go at playing 3 chords for your family at Christmas or something like that. You just gotta, no matter what you're doing, you gotta push yourself a tiny little bit. Just take one little step in that right direction, alright? It's alright if you're not the best guitar player in the world, it just matters that you have a good time with your mates. You know? It's a bit of fun playing guitar sometimes. Alright, A7, middle finger on that D string, second fret, and ring finger on that B string, second fret. We get that gorgeous A7. So same as always, people, pick on through those strings and see what strings are not ringing out clearly. And have a little look and figure out why they're not ringing out. For example, it's very, very common for the middle finger and ring finger to block out that open G string. So maybe that could have to do with the posture of your hand. Posture of a hand may be something I just made up, I don't know. But you gotta go in and out, just I keep saying. Here's a tuning fork, alright? Here's a tuning fork. 440A. There it is right there. We talked about different timbres in the last episode and how when things are made out of different materials, such as if this was made out of brass, tin, wood and so on, it would sound different. In fact, the pitch would probably change as well. We won't get into that this second. You can see on a lot of... these sound the same? Pretty much, okay. So pick on through. The reason why your fingers may not be causing these lovely sustaining notes is if you're... Imagine this tuning fork is your finger for one moment. Your finger may not be going straight into the guitar. It may be going in or out at an angle, which means that it's lying down on a vibrating string and it's reducing its resonance. It's reducing its cycles per second, alright? Or actually, I'm not sure if it is reducing its cycles per second, but it is dampening the higher frequency content for sure. Alright, so we're on our A7 there. Alright, now we're dipping into we normally call the D the triangle, just because we're just trying to relate new things to things we already know. Alright, so we got our middle finger there on the G string, second fret, our ring finger there on the second fret, B string, and our index finger there on the first fret B string. Alright, so just those bottom 4 strings for D7. And same thing again, you gotta be like being like a detective. Eyeing up why is this chord not sounding as good as Vegan Stevens' chord, alright? It's gonna take a long time. I was playing an A chord for maybe 2 months or so, and I couldn't get the bottom E string to ring out. I just couldn't figure it out. It turned out the angle of my hand was just lying down on the guitar. Don't know if you can see that. It was kind of slouching on the guitar instead of standing at a perfect right angle. So have no look at these things, you know. So we're just practicing. This is all muscle memory, alright? So I don't need to tell you guys this. You're smart people. You can't learn guitar out of a book, okay? Just do the muscle memory, which we'll talk about more and more throughout time. I'm just giving you dribs and drabs of information just so you won't get cognitively overloaded. Alright, I love throwing in big words for no reason. Alright, so here's our D7. Let's have a little listen to that. So once again, we got our ring finger there on that second fret E string, our index finger on that first fret of the B string, and to finish off that, I think it's an equilateral triangle, we got that middle finger there on that G string second fret, and to finish it all off, that gorgeous open D string. And can I tell you a little secret if you want to cheat? You can play the blues just with open strings, alright? So just while you're getting going, if you just want to practice your timing, you can, instead of doing your strumming 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you can just do open strings like this, 1 and 2 and 3. Next bar is D, 1 and moving down to that D string. You get the idea. So the turnaround, for example, would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 so on. So if you want to practice just playing with your one of your hands, there's always a way to do it. All right, you become the world's best finger tapper, whatever you're into. All right, let's go over these string names, because I know you guys know them, but how well do you know them? Do you know what I mean? There's going to be situations when it's like 3 in the morning and some lad pulls out a guitar and he goes, "Come on, play along with me," and you don't have a clue, you've never heard this song before, and you're just watching his hands. He's like, right, it starts in A. First one to the N wins. Both there playing away. So it helps to recognise visually what some of these chords look like. So if your friend just whips out a chord, you can learn the song straight away. So this A chord looks different from this A7 chord slightly. D looks different from D7. You can just see how it's not going to sink in straight away, but over the months and so on and years, you can even tell sometimes by the back of someone's hand if you're really good what chord they're doing. Alright, so we're playing with a plectrum today. So once more, we're going to have a little listen to the sound differences between a metal coin, a plectrum, and a thumb. human skin, the original plectrum, right? So this plectrum we have today is 1 millimeter thick. Okay, it's a chunk of plastic. We have 1 5-cent coin here, European currency, and we have 1 human-grown hand. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play between A. We're just going to play an A chord, A7 chord for the crack. Okay, we'll see how it sounds. So here is A7 with the thumb. All right, move back so you can see it. Now we have the plectrum. Nice one. And now we're going on to the 5-cent coin. Once again, thumb. Plectrum. And a piece of metal. Alright, so what I'm trying to show you here is that it doesn't matter what you use, what guitar you use, what plectrum you use, you're still going to be able to play guitar, okay? It's all in between the ears. Alright, most important part of the camera is the, what was it? Half a foot behind the camera or whatever. Alright. That's just an expression for human force and so on. I'm going to turn up this audio a smidge. Alright, so let's run over the strumming pattern real quick. Here we go. 1, oops, a daisy. And 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, just an A chord with our strumming pattern down here at the bottom of our page, okay? Here we go. 1, a bit slower than that. 1 and 2 and 3. Here we go. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4 and 1. Okay? So that's a little refresher. Okay, let's all both hit our E strings together. Big E. Moving down, we're going little E. Up to B. Up to G. Up to D. Up to G, A. Up to E. Alright. That's just good to loosen everything up. Practicing string accuracy. It's very hard to just hit one string and not hit either string above or below it. But we're fine-tuning our motor skills here. This is gonna, if you're already good with, PlayStation, stuff like that, maybe this stuff would help you. I don't know. That's more to do with eye-hand contact, but this is more ear-hand contact. Sure, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, so starting again, little E. We'll go over how to hold plectrum again, okay? Just because it takes... I found it so confusing. I was holding plectrum wrong for years. Moving up to G. Doesn't matter if it's in time round. We're just practicing string accuracy, okay? And I'm also giving you a little chance to tune if you're that advanced. We can go through a tuner, no problem. You guys just let me know what you guys want in the comments. Moving up to A. And E. Alright. There we are. So let's try our blues form with these 7th chords. Now right up here you have the original shapes, so we'll run through those shapes just once more in case your memory's getting foggy. Alright. So for our basic A shape, A major, we have our index finger on the D string 1st fret. 2nd fret, excuse me. So all 3 fingers on the 2nd fret. Index finger on the 2nd fret, D string, middle finger on the 2nd fret, G string, and B string has a ring finger on it. A little E hiding at the bottom. It sounds like this. Alright, now we're going to have a go at our D chord. Bottom 4 strings only. There's so many similarities between the major chords A, D, and E, and the 7th chords A, D, and E. Bottom 4 strings again, we got index finger on that G string, 2nd fret, ring finger on that B string, 3rd fret, and middle finger, you guessed it, on that 2nd fret of that little E string. I think I'm starting to go out of tune, but we'll keep holding together, people. Alright, just we got our D, and finally E. Alright, E. Okay, hopefully you guys have, you might need a cup of tea for this kind of episode, or something to relax you. I don't know. This is a slow burner. Alright, we're on E7. Excuse me, we're doing E first, now we're going to transition to E7. Alright, because it's very impressive when people can just change chords. That's just A, D, and E played quite fast with the sort of rhythm behind it. That's the same chords which are right there in front of you, okay? So, what's the difference between me and you? I have 10,000 hours practice playing A, D, and E, and you guys maybe just have a few hundred hours. I don't know how long you've been playing guitar, but all this stuff's good quality stuff, like. I'm getting a sore hand from patting myself in the back here. If you give an Irish lad a compliment, they're always very suspicious. They're like, what do you want? Alright, time to focus. Here we go. So, we got our E. We're talking about E's right now, okay? Coffee all over the guitar, no bother. Alright, we're talking about E's, okay? And not those kind of E's. We're talking about E's. So, we need our 3 fingers on the guitar for E major, alright? We need our middle finger on the 2nd fret. Alright. We need our ring finger. You guys try and beat me to this, alright? All the information's on the page there. Ring finger. Hello to all my audio listeners who only listen to audio form. How are you getting on? Ring finger on the D string 2nd fret and index finger on the 1st fret G string, okay? So we're just gonna play those 3 notes whichever finger's on. That's A, D, and E. Now, I completely understand if you guys are getting overwhelmed by me mentioning string names at you and so on, but that's kind of like the language of the verbs or whatever of music. It's your basic kind of road maps, you know? It's your basic changing gears and driving or something. You need to know your finger names and your string names. And once you understand how to count to 4 without speeding up or slowing down, your string names, and maybe your 1, 4, 5 of a key, which in this case is A, D, and E, you're grand. Yeah. A lot of this stuff is kind of like, I have a child that comes into the family and it's kind of like, just in case, you know, something mad happens and I get a heart attack or something, I just want to make sure if he or she ever decides they want to learn guitar, they have lessons I approve of, because it's very hard to find a good guitar teacher. It's very hard. I've been to countless teachers over the years, or even more so just the teacher that's right for you. Maybe you might be better off with a different kind of teacher, who knows. Alright, here we go. A chord. Woo! We got our A chord. We got our D chord. We got our E chord. Let's try doing those in 7ths now, alright? So we're going A7. We're going to D7. Okay, it's going to take a little while. Try not to look back here at the bridge if you can. When you're changing chords, try not to look back at the bridge, because like I said, you don't need to be looking back at the right hand, ever, okay? If you can, look at, well, maybe don't look at TV, but look at something. I spent a lot of my guitar career in front of YouTube, to be honest. Just because if you're playing something constantly, I wasn't lying in my bed with my guitar, you know, on my chest or anything, going for a nap. I was just like practicing, going like A, G, to E, to G, to E, just like that. And before you know it, the episode of the sitcom I was watching would be over, and then I'd be like, oh, I'll try fucking C to D this time. C to D, C to D. You gotta steal hours. If you're trying to write an autobiography or something, you gotta steal that time. Maybe you have to write your autobiography while you're having your breakfast in the morning. That's the only time you have. I don't know what your situation is. Alright, so listen, man, just keep practicing changing those chords. Keep practicing every second I'm talking to you. Just be like, yeah, alright, Vegan Steven, but I'm here practicing my chord changes. It's not the most interesting in the world, like, I understand that. That's why you have a little bit of TV on if you choose to. At least towards the second hour of your practice. Alright. So let's have a go at the blues format, only using 7th chords now, okay? So we're going to use our strumming pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you get lost, just follow my hand or clap along like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for all you people watching this without a guitar, do it on your hand, alright? We got A, we got D, we got E. We're just doing it on our wrist here, okay? You can also do it without the imaginary wrist as a guitar fretboard and do it on the center of your what's this thing called? The palm? That's not the palm. It's like just below the thumb there, about an inch below the thumb, whatever that lump of meat is called. The lower thumb or something. You can do it right there as well. All your chord shapes. All right. So it's just muscle memory. All right. It's just like playing basketball. You're not going to get really good at basketball. It sounds like I'm giving out. You're not going to get very good at basketball reading a basketball book or watching basketball games. All right. It'll help you at some amount, but it's only one part of the process. Having said that, if you are a good reader and you can read music theory, that will really help you out. But for me, I found it too confusing for the first few years. So I learned the practical first, and then afterwards I learned the theory on the toilet while I was taking care of business. But anyway, excuse my bold language there, please. Excuse me. I'm after bringing the tone down of the good show. Okay, so we're going to have a go. I'm going to play the drum machine now and count with you. So a lot of this music stuff, if you want to sound really professional, that's like wearing the best makeup to musicians or something, is stay in time. If you can't make it groovy, but that's kind of hard, so just stay in time for now. And so that means listen to the drum machine, listen to what's going on in the room. And then the pitching. So for you, that, guys, just means tune your guitar. So tune your guitar and listen to those drums and you should be okay. Be there for beat 1. Alright? The other beats aren't as important. Here we go. And 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, we're playing blues. Okay, get the A7 ready. We're applying the strumming pattern. We're going to play it together. 1 and 2 and here we go. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. A for 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. D for 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and A7. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and big turn around. E and 2 and 3 and 4 and D and 2 and A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 2 and 3 and 4 A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A and 2 and 3 and D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 A. 1 and 2 and 3. Turn around. E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 D. 1 and 2 and 3 A. 1 2 and 3 and E. 1 and 2 and 3 and back to start. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and okay. Cool. Alright, I think I'm after. One moment, please. One moment. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and under A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 D's. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. A for 2. 3 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and turn around E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and A. 1 and 2 and 3 and E. 1 and 2 and 3 and back to start A. 1 and 2 and 3 and D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A for 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and another D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 A for 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 turn around. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 A. 1 D and 3 and 4 A. 1 and 2 and look at that sheet, man. 1 and 2 and back to the start. 7 only. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 2 A7s. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 Ds. 1 and 2 D7 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 2 A's of any kind. A and 2 and 3 and A7. 1 and 2 and turn around. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 second last bar A and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E. 1 and 2 and back to the start. All the major chords. 1 and 2 and 3 D major 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 onto bar 4 and 1 3 bar 2 and 3 another A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 D's. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 turn around. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and A. And 2 and 3 and E. 1 and 2 and again only 7s this time. 1 and 2 and 3 and D7. 1 and 2 and 3 2 A7s. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 D7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 2 A7s. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E. 1 and 2 and last bar now. Here we go. A. 1 and 2 and D. Sorry. A. Here we go. If I say something wrong, just keep your eyes on the sheet. Last bar. 1 and 2 and 3 back to the start. Major chords. A. 1 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and A for 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and D for 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Just keep strumming along even if you don't have the chords right. A for 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now turnaround's coming. E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D and 2 and 3 A. 1 and 2 and 3. Big finish on E. 1 and 2 and 3 and back to the start. A. Okay, that's it. Alright, so we shall leave it there. I think the camera may have turned off, I don't know. But well done. We will be back most days. There'll be at least a half an hour video for you, okay? And we got all the information there on the sheet for you. So you're in good hands. You're in good hands. Just keep going at it. Keep that guitar in sight. And stay inspired. Just, if you listen to a bit of AC/DC, just fucking dance along, man. A lot of it's about just fucking enjoying yourself. Because if you're not having time playing, if you're not having fun playing the guitar, why would you play it? Do you know that kind of way? Like, you're only going to play it if you enjoy it. And you're only going to enjoy it if you get good, and it's some kind of weird vicious cycle. But if you decide that this guitar playing is something that you're interested in, there's no reason why you can't be one of the world's best. You just got to put in the 10,000 hours. And if you have any doubts with what I'm saying, read a book called 10,000 Hours. Okie dokie. So listen, you're superstars, and I'll leave you there. You're more than capable to do all the things you want to do. Alright, best of luck.